Welcome to Outdoor Adventures. I'm Ben Roof. We are heading out to Booth Falls Trail today for an easy but a little bit steep 4.2-mile hike out to a gorgeous waterfall. If we were feeling a little bit more ambitious today, we could take it all the way out to Booth Lake, which is an 8.6-mile hike out and back. Both hikes are gorgeous views up into the Gore Range and into the Eagle's Nest Wilderness. But there is no parking at the trailhead, so we are here at the Vail Transportation Center waiting for a bus to take us out to the gorgeous trail. I hope you'll stick with us. We finally made it to the trailhead. It's only about a 5-minute bus ride from the transportation center, but we could have taken one of the rentable shift bikes found around town, or if we were staying at a local hotel, I'm sure they have a shuttle available for us. It's about 2 miles from here to the falls, and it's gonna be about 1,300 feet in elevation gain. We're starting here at about 8,300, and we're gonna finish at about 9,600, I should say. It's gonna be about 1.5 miles of fairly mellow elevation incline, with that last half mile being a lot more rugged. Let's get after it right now. So heading up this first incline on the hike, we do have a decent steepness right off the bat to get us warmed up, but it shouldn't sustain for that long. Man, that first quarter mile was pretty steep, but it looks like things level out quite a bit from here. We're approaching the boundary to the National Wilderness Area, and that's different from the National Forest in a couple of important ways. The idea behind it is that we're trying to keep it as free from human impact as possible. So we're only allowed to travel here on foot, and to camp we need a permit. Unlike the National Forest areas, there's no motorized transportation allowed at all here. So no mountain bikes, no dirt bikes, no cars, and no drones. So we also aren't allowed to take our dogs on the Town of Vail bus, and because of that, my best friend isn't with me here today. Well, let's keep going and see what else we can find. One of my favorite things about hiking is that it's something that just about anybody can do, regardless of economic situation. As long as you can walk and you have a decent pair of shoes, you can get out and enjoy the nature. But there are a lot of things that can make hiking way more pleasant, whether that's a decent water bottle, good shoes, hiking boots, or what we're going to talk about today, a good layer. And what I've got for you is the Smartwool Active Hoodie. And this guy is fantastic. It's one of my absolute favorite layers. It's great for all year round, whether it's an early morning hike like we're doing today, where we're getting out in nature during the cold. It's gonna warm up a lot over the course of the day, but no matter what, this shirt isn't gonna get too warm. And even if through all the activity, we start to sweat in it, because it's wool, it's gonna stay warm. But it's a nice thin layer, whether it's this one right here or the blue one that I've got on and have had on with me the whole hike. It's a fantastic layer for winter and for summer because it lays down nice and flat, and in the case of rain, or if you need to keep the sun off your neck, it's got a great little hood. And this hood can fold back, stuff down in your other layers, and it's just light enough that it doesn't get in the way and doesn't feel bulky. So check out our sponsor, Sun & Ski, for a Smartwool Active Hoodie today. I've got to take a quick water break, but I hope you'll catch up with me a little bit further on down the trail. So if you take a look behind me real quick, you can see all of these aspen trees that are laid over on their sides. This is just a quick demonstration of the awesome power that is an avalanche. All around me, these aspen trees have been laid flat by snow that's come down from the slope above. Something to always be aware of when we're traveling around in the backcountry. And when we're out in the summer enjoying these trails, we can see some of these debris fields that were left from the snow over the course of the winter. Just one little cool thing I thought you guys might like to check out. After about 2 miles, it took me a little over 2 hours to get here, but we are finally at the top of Booth Falls. You can hear the falls roaring behind me, and we've got some gorgeous views, making the hike well worth the effort. Those last little bits were quite difficult with some loose scree or talus to coat over. But now that we're here, let's take in a little bit of those views. Just listen to that water roar. But we can't stay here forever, so it's time for us to start heading back down. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's outdoor adventure for the Booth Falls Trail. And I hope you'll join us again next week when we're gonna go hike Nolan Lake out at Sylvan Lake State Park. Stay tuned, we've got some more show for you right after this.